Hey traders, let's do a market update. Obviously, big moves today, right? A lot of vol um, exploded, and then obviously we saw what happened in equities and risk-off moves. So let's just start with the VIX. All right, so this is the most active front month contract. You could see it's a pretty complacent grind on the way down all year. So getting to these types of levels, yeah, you do expect that you're going to have eventually you're going to have a violent move the other way. What's key is not really trading this chart as much as it is trading the S&P, as I'll show you in a second, but there's a key spot to watch in S&Ps. If that breaks, then you're going to really see this front month VIX take off, and you wouldn't want to be shorting that. When you look at the overall VIX index, right, this was the area that I talked about that we'd want to fade. But everything's relative. So you get me there in one day, that's different than taking 2 weeks in a more orderly pullback in S&Ps. In one day, typically you're not going to get that type of one day move. It doesn't experience follow through. So we may get a push to 1820, and that would be the opportunity to really be aggressive on something like UVXY. So we'll see. I don't really necessarily like just trading the VIX charts. It's a little bit easier directionally to look at S&Ps. So obviously the VIX that we were just looking at has to do with the S&P. So this is the largest candle on the chart, and this is the biggest distribution day you have going back probably towards the middle of last year. This was a pretty big down day, and you'll notice it experienced pretty much no follow through. So tomorrow will be a key, and then the end of this week is going to be key. I don't look into one day. One day never defines a trend, and just as you can get excited about one day down and then say, "Oh, this is the start of something bigger," you just need to relax. I mean, one day down, one one day they were down over 1.5%, when it's just been a steady grind higher all year. So let's not overreact, especially on the bearish side. But this is the key level we want to watch here. This is the TMS area in our model, and this little area right here. Um, I probably will buy a few puts down here at 23.20. All right, just as a little bit of protection against some of my longer term, stock plays. We basically sold the high in the Nasdaq. I'll show you that. I signaled pretty much sold into the high yesterday. So I only have one contract left there. But we'll see if this real money candle is the start of something larger, then buying a few 2320 puts are going to really pay off if indeed we do break these lows. Now, when we test these lows, if and when we do, I'll probably be buying the Nasdaq long and then hanging on to these puts, or maybe I'll take the puts off and wait to see if what happens. If it breaks, you're going to see me buying 2250 puts and maybe even some pie puts down here, 2200. Okay, but listen, there's still, that's if we break this level. I'm not saying we're going to 2200. It's if and when. It's always if and when, if and when, if and when. But point being, this can experience more follow through. So I'm in no hurry to short the VIX. I mean, I put some puts out on UVXY, but if we get a rally, I'm not opposed to shorting, day trade and or swing trade potentially. So we'll just see. You give me 2 to 3 days down, I'll probably buy the Nasdaq. Okay. At the same time, if we break this level, then the model tells me you got to think about a move back towards pi as possible. So this is definitely one bearish day. I'm not dismissing it, but it's also one day. So we need to see what the follow through is tomorrow, and then we need to see what the follow through is on the week. I guess just one other item on S&Ps. would be the NASDAQ has been our favorite place to be long. And this is what I signaled in our real-time alerts room yesterday. Right here. That is selling, that is signaling to sell the absolute high. So maybe that was the top for the year. Maybe, could be. This is just one down day. Everybody got all excited here too, and we went to new highs. So that's just not how you trade. When you like something, you've been long something, and look at this run. I just sat on this, and then the reason I sold up here is because we moved to new highs, and I was keeping an eye on the weekly, daily, and monthly cycles, and this is just it was the timing was right. It was just time to take some off. So I've been at this game long enough that you can get your timing down like that. So anyway, that's what we do in our real-time alerts, guys. I would encourage you to sign up. It's 150 bucks a month. I mean, what's that worth? One signal right there selling to the high. Saves you thousands of dollars, books a bunch of gains. I mean, we've been all over this the entire year. So we'll see what tomorrow brings, and I think that's all I got for S&Ps. I'll cover a couple other markets in another video. So listen, if you say, where do I find these real-time alerts? Just go to Jenkins RM, jenkinsrm.com. That's me. This is a little bit about our model. There's a couple of ways to get involved with us. I mean, we have a chat room. You can come in for free. That service it's running at 50 bucks a month, but I'm probably going to make it free just because it is what it is. I mean, I want to add the most value to people. That's a great way to do it now. So you can get our real-time alerts in there. And then we have a trading team I call my full access team. This is the most value. This is for serious traders that want to if they're brand new, they want to actually learn a great model, save themselves all the time, the headaches of, spending years and years losing money trying to figure out how to directionally trade. I mean, I've already done that. I've already gone down that road. So I teach you the model. You can sign up here. You can get a free trial. We trade together every day. We trade a lot of Forex, but we'll trade anything that's moving, futures, long bonds, oil, gold, etc. So anyways, jenkinsrmguys.com. And then here's just a peek into our real-time alerts. So this is me talking about the euro today. I've liked the euro since yesterday on the long side. These are some calls that I had, up 3,700. I booked our gold miner position here, which we were kind of nibbling on the lows. We bounced back into what we call the bands and the daily cycles high. So that was a nice position, 14 grand there. Just these are the types of signals. Here's us signaling dollar lira. So global macro, this is probably the best timing product around. And anyway, just come visit us, check out the chat. You can get in here, see what we're all about. That's the best way to get in touch with us. All right, guys, I look forward to seeing you in there. And I'll have a couple more videos for you in a bit.